Now on KOAM News, family and friends gathered to honor Joplin officer Jake Reed, who was killed in last week's shooting.
Loved ones, law enforcement, and the community came out to say goodbye to Officer Jake Reed one last time. I'm Bronte Sorotsky with their gratitude to the fallen officer.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Your outstanding bravery, courage, dedication, and sacrifice will never be forgotten. I know that no matter what, you will always be with me each and every day till my eyes close to darkness and reopen for morning light. Jake, you are my hero.
The brother of a fallen Joplin police officer pays tribute to a hero. For the second time this week, first responders gathered to join our community in mourning a loss and honoring a life. The 4 states today honors Officer Jake Reed. Reed was killed last week in the same shootout that also took the life of fellow officer Corporal Ben Cooper. And once again, Missouri Southern's Leggett and Platt Center was filled with hundreds of mourners. Speakers recounted his life of service and sacrifice, noting that as an organ donor, Reed continues to save lives. And they said they'll remember him for his humor and love of life.
But Jake was a friend that was caring, goofy, funny, and ultimately showed that he cared. I will truly miss him deeply, and I'll miss talking about how country he had become because he bought 3 acres with the house. I really hope he doesn't ask God to tailor his wings like he did his pants.
Don't stop doing the things you love. Don't stop golfing, watching football, watching baseball, or video gaming. Jake wouldn't want that. Instead, do these things with a purpose. And think of Jake while you're doing these things. And think about all the good times we shared with him. This is not a goodbye, but yet a see you later, my friend.
You can see the entire funeral service for Officer Jake Reed through the KOAM News Now YouTube page or by clicking on this story on KOAMnewsnow.com. Mourners included members of police departments from all across the region who came to Officer Reed's funeral. Officers say law enforcement is a family and they came to support theirs. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky has more.
Police officers traveled long distances to visit Missouri Southern on Friday and said goodbye to Joplin officer Jake Reed.
We work with the Oklahoma City Police Department and we are part of the Honor Guard unit.
Greenfield Police Department.
Although they did not know Reed personally, these officers say law enforcement is a family. A loss like this is personal to them.
Law enforcement, we're one big family. So when we lose a brother or sister in law enforcement, our hearts hurt. And so we came here to pay our honor and respect to our fallen brother.
These departments want JPD to know they're here for them.
Our hearts are out with them right now and when they're time of need, and you know, we'll just be there to support them any way we can.
The same goes for people in the Joplin community who lined Main Street as a funeral procession traveled through Joplin, allowing those in the community to give Officer Reed their goodbyes.
The community saw the ultimate sacrifice that JPD was willing to go through to keep us safe, and you know, that's the least we can do is come out and show our support.
Brian Evans is a teacher at McKinley Elementary. JPD officer Rick Hershey used to be one of their SROs.
I want them to know that the people of Joplin and even the surrounding communities are all there for them, and we stand by them. We back our blue. I just hope that everybody continues to pray for Officer Hershey, for his recovery, and for the families, because they need it.
Morris says he wants his sons to see how the community is coming together and feel inspired.
Come join me and stand in support. They see not only the sacrifice that our law enforcement makes and the danger they face, but also the willingness to protect our community and how we can show support to them as well.
In Joplin, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
Officer Jake Reed was 27. Check in with Doug Hetty for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a very crummy day for us today, but at least it's Friday, so that's good news. as we head into the weekend. But we still have the showers, a little bit of drizzle out there. You can see the roadways are wet, so be careful if you are going to be out on the roads during the overnight hours tonight. 52 midnight high, and we're at our low, which is 40 degrees, and you can see the showers kind of picking up this evening. A pretty good batch rotating through. This was light rain, but definitely out there. The heaviest now pushing towards Springfield. On the Kansas side, starting to dry out just a little bit. There's still some drizzle out there, so just drizzle, showers the next few hours, and then we'll start to turn things around as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow. Temperatures kind of hovering right around 40, 41, 42 degrees. We'll drop back into the mid-30s a little bit later on tonight. Of course, we're going to look at the weekend here in just a bit.
An eastern Missouri community is also mourning the loss of a law officer who has ties to the 4 states. Bonne Terre, Missouri patrolman Lane Burns, who was born and raised in Carthage, was shot and killed in the line of duty yesterday in Bonne Terre. The news is difficult for everyone, and especially for those who knew Burns personally. Reporter Pepper Baker has more.
I just want to give him a hug, and I just want somebody to tell me that he's okay, but he's not.
Shannon Chastain heard the call from the dispatch app on her phone.
And about 3 or 4 minutes later, I heard the 3rd officer yelling for help on the radio that he needed backup because 2 officers had been shot.
She found out later at the hospital that one of those shots took Burns' life.
He loved what he did. He loved the department that he worked for most of all. And from what I've been told from the hospital and from the other officers, he went down with a fight.
It is a shock to everyone at this point because he was such a great person to be around.
Former Leadington Mayor Dustin Wynick met Burns back in 2014 when Burns was just starting his law enforcement career on the Leadington force.
It makes this such a tragedy for everybody because you're not losing one officer for one department, you're losing one officer for 3 or 4 departments.
With Bonne Terre officers and the neighboring departments working together, Burns' loss is felt throughout the entire community.
He loved Bonne Terre. He loved it. He loved the officers that he worked with. He loved his chief. He told me that if he were to ever get out of law enforcement, he would never work anywhere other than Bonne Terre.
It's heartbreaking to know that, he went into this just thinking he's going in to check on a disturbance to see what's going on, and he loses his life over it because of nonsense.
Another Bonne Terre officer, Corporal Garrett Worley, was shot in the leg. At last report, Corporal Worley was still in the ICU. Still ahead, a new strategy in the battle against disease.
President Biden kicks off a new billion-dollar government agency tasked with advancing medical research. I'm Skyler Henry at the White House with a closer look and the diseases leaders hope to treat and cure.
And later, some Pitt State football players strut their stuff for some NFL scouts. Republican lawmakers in Kansas revived a proposal to lessen Kansas vaccination requirements for children enrolling in school and daycare. The Senate Health Committee approved a bill that would allow parents to get a no questions asked religious exemption from requirements to vaccinate their children against more than a dozen diseases. Those include measles, whooping cough, polio, and chickenpox. Backers say the measure protects religious freedom and patient choice. Critics say it harms public health. President Biden today helped kickstart a new federal agency tasked with finding the cure to cancer and other diseases. Skyler Henry reports from the White House.
Doc, thanks.
President Biden sat down with leaders in healthcare and patients to plot a course for extreme medical innovation.
To drive breakthroughs in biomedicine to prevent, detect, and treat diseases including cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes.
The new research will be overseen by the newly developed Advanced Research Projects Agency for Health, or ARPA-H. It's modeled after another agency, DARPA, under the Defense Department, that brought about the internet, GPS navigation, self-driving cars, and Moderna's COVID vaccine.
Like DARPA, ARPA-H will pursue ideas that break the mold on how we normally support fundamental research and commercial products in this country. Ideas so audacious that people say they just might work only if we could try. Well, we're about to try.
Congress allotted $1 billion to get ARPA-H up and running. Now Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra will decide whether the agency should operate within the National Institutes of Health or exist on its own.
And I think that industry and researchers and all of us will see it as a statement of seriousness about this approach to have an independent director. That's number one, and that's going to happen.
Dr. David Skorton heads the Association of American Medical Colleges. He says regardless of where the agency exists, the real priority should be innovation with room for mistakes.
Some of them are going to work out, many of them are not going to work out. And if we can see our way clear to feeling okay about that, I think we'll make good progress.
Progress the administration hopes will bring about life-saving cures. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The HHS Secretary Becerra has 30 days to decide where to house ARPA-H. A new study suggests excessive napping could be a sign of early dementia. Researchers looked at data gathered over 14 years by the Rush Memory and Aging Project. The study found adults who napped at least once a day or more than an hour a day were 40% more likely to develop Alzheimer's than those who did not nap daily or who napped less than an hour a day. The number of tobacco users in the U.S. dropped slightly in 2020 compared to the year before. According to a study from the CDC, just under 20% of adults, about 47 million people, admit to using cigarettes, cigars, or pipes. 2019 study reported just under 21%. A little later, 5 Pitt State Gorillas are working out in front of NFL teams in the hopes of going pro.
Plus, we're going to see the sunshine returning for the weekend. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a nasty day for us today. The clouds, the on and off showers, drizzle across the region. We had thunderstorms last night. Nothing too strong, but some pretty good claps of thunder at times. And then temperatures, they dropped for us today at the noon hour. Front was working through. We're dropping back through the 40s, and that's what we're continuing to see. Most of us are hovering 40 to about 42. We still have the clouds. We still have some showers and drizzle. Once the clouds get out of here late tonight, that's going to back us down into the mid 30s for overnight lows. Also a little bit on the breezy side. Northerly winds at about 10 to 20, but gusts at times have been 25, upwards to 30. Roads are still wet. 7th and range line sitting at 42. And humidity, of course, at about 85%. As this storm system is heading away, of course, we still have had some showers on the backside, but we got thunderstorms last night, rotated through, and then all day long, just kind of on and off showers and drizzle across the region. Heaviest southwestern parts of Missouri and heading away from us, but still you can see these light showers all the way back from Columbus, Pittsburgh, Parsons, all the way up toward Iola. On the Oklahoma side, we got a little bit of drizzle going on, but these are heading that way, heading out of here. We're still going to have some on and off showers and drizzle most of the night. We'll start to get those clouds breaking up after about 4 o'clock in the morning as this whole storm system is heading away. Take a look out to the west. There's not much going on. That's our weather as we go through the next 2 days, and then our next storm system is going to roll in. All right, let's go through tonight into the weekend. Clearing out mid-30s. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Great day. We're going to go into the mid-60s during the afternoon. Here's your day planner. We're going to start at 35, 59 by noon, high temp right around 65. Westerly winds, not as breezy, at about 5 to 10 as we go through the day tomorrow. Tomorrow night, clear skies, not as chilly. We drop back mid-40s for overnight lows. Heading into Sunday, even better. We go into the low 70s, probably 73, 74 by Sunday afternoon. So the weekend looks great. Then our next storm system starts to roll in on Monday. Here's our area of low pressure. It moves very slowly toward us. Big shield of showers, thunderstorms. Nothing strong, nothing severe. This is on Monday. Now, as we go into Tuesday, that area of low pressure doesn't move very much. It gets closer to us, so the heaviest rain goes to our east, but we have that shot to get some strong thunderstorms that try to blow up Tuesday afternoon. Now, by Wednesday, passes by, we get on the backside, we get cloudy skies, cold showers, and drizzle. Wednesday, pretty much what you saw today is what we're going to get on next Wednesday. 65 for us tomorrow, 73 on Sunday, 60 on Monday, 70 on Tuesday with those showers and thunderstorms through the middle of next week. And then we start to dry out and clear out next Thursday, Friday, and even into next weekend looks pretty good too.
Wow, that would be nice to have 2 nice weekends in a
Yeah,
row.
we'll take that.
You bet. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, the Kansas City Chiefs add a free agent wide receiver and All-America honors for Missouri Southern freshman Lacey Stokes. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
Well, today's a big day for a few outgoing Pittsburgh State football players. Those guys get the chance to work out for NFL scouts today at Pittsburgh State's Pro Day. 5 Gorillas were in action this morning at the Plaster Center. All-American defensive back Dallas Flowers, safety Markel Roby, this guy linebacker / defensive end Caden Roy, wide receiver Jalen Martin, and running back Tyler Atkins. NFL scouts ran those guys through drills and individual workouts this morning, with the players hoping to show they deserve a chance at the next level.
A lot of them were surprised that I could rush and also, drop back in coverage as well. So I think that's one thing that they were surprised about a little bit. And I talked to them a little bit about that, and they were talking to me about, defensive end or linebacker, and I said, hey, either one, wherever you guys want me. So that was kind of a little bit of what was going on between me and the scouts.
I wanted to show them my speed, show them I could open up and run, and I did that really well with my 40, and I did that really well with position drills as well, running routes, looking fluent. Wanted to let them know that I'm a good route runner. I can run smooth routes, and I can pick up speed out of my break, and I showed that today.
You can check out our full interviews with all 5 Pittsburgh State players who participated in Pro Day today in this story on the sports page at KOAMNewsNow.com. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs have added a receiver today. Chiefs have agreed to a 1-year deal with free agent Juju Smith-Schuster. Smith-Schuster spent the last 5 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, racking up 3,800 yards and 26 touchdowns. His best season was back in 2018 when he posted 1,400 yards and 7 scores. Well, Pittsburgh State baseball is on a little bit of a roll right now. The Gorillas enter the day on an 8-game winning streak and are 9-1 in conference play. Tonight, Pitt State opens a series on the road against Northeastern State. Tough one today. The Gorillas fall 11-8. Nice day, though, for Caden Fowler. He goes 2 for 5 with a double, a triple, and a pair of RBIs. Game 2 of the series is tomorrow afternoon at 2. Missouri Southern baseball is 24 games into the season. They've already had a huge year at the plate. The Lions lead the MIAA in home runs with 47 so far. Our own Danny Terzer caught up with the team. Here's a little bit of video of them hitting bombs and talking about it.
We are a team that has a lot of pop and a lot of power.
A lot of that is getting fastballs to hit and being aggressive, and that's what we try to do. We got some guys that got some juice, like Tommy or Matt Miller, or several guys, and so we try to play that way, but at the same time we try to limit our strikeouts and try to be good at the small ball part too.
We do pride ourselves in hitting a long ball, but at the same time we also need to play a little small ball. I've just had more confidence than I've ever had. I've been striking out a lot, but I tend to also get a hold of one, and I just have great coaches that keep me up. Don't think about the strikeouts too much. Go up there and be the best hitter I can be. I definitely feel like my approach is more aggressive this year than it was last year, and I'm seeing the ball a lot better this year. Hoping to keep that up throughout the season.
He's in his 3rd year of college, and Tommy's a smart player and he's able to adjust, and so a lot of that is confidence, a lot of that is experience, and just get good pitches to hit, and that comes with time and comes with experience.
Obviously, our offense can score a lot of runs, but it really starts with pitching and defense and holding them to limited runs.
Missouri Southern opens a 3-game series at home against Washburn tomorrow at 1. Missouri Southern's Lacey Stokes continues to rack up the postseason awards today. freshman guard was named an All-American this afternoon by the Division II Conference Commissioners Association. Now, Stokes has previously been named the MIAA Player of the Year, MIAA Freshman of the Year, and First Team All-Central Region. This season, she was pretty good. She averaged 19 points and 5 rebounds per game. Mount Vernon product also led the MIAA in both assists and steals, helping the Lions win their first conference championship since 1996. Now, she's the 9th All-American in Missouri Southern women's basketball history and the first since 1996. And that's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Kenneth Berge served in the U.S. Army in 2006 and 2007. The Carthage, Missouri native was stationed in Iraq, and we are proud to salute Corporal Kenneth Berge, a four-state hero. Of course, you can learn about lots of other heroes from all across this area. You can also submit a hero of your own anytime. It's very simple to do. You just click on the link on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Also, to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, don't forget to download the KOAM News app, especially important as we head into spring now. It's available free of charge. You'll find it in the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, wherever you find apps. Really, just search for the KOAM News app. Spring officially kicking off on Sunday, and it's going to be a pretty nice weekend.
It is. Sunshine returns. We're going to go to about 65 tomorrow, 73 on Sunday, and then showers and thunderstorms back in Monday and Tuesday.
Final sports notes.
It's going to be such a nice weekend. There's no excuse not to go watch baseball and softball. We got a bunch of local high school teams starting tomorrow. Pittsburgh State softball, Missouri Southern baseball home. So go check all that out.
Nice.
We're going to leave you with images of the 23 first responders who died in the line of duty in Joplin dating all the way back to the 1800s. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.